So I thought we would just do a quick catch up on the latest hatch. So this is the Silky and Danver hatch. So we've got 3 Silkies, and they are the F2 generation of that colour line that I'm breeding. And then we have 3 Danvers. Now, as I said before, it looks like that Bruce, who is the Silky Danver cross, has been busy in the shed. He's not separated, and he has actually fathered all of those 3 Danvers. So the little black one, the little brown one, and then that little yellow one in the middle with the Cleopatra eyes. They are all actually Danver Silky crosses, like Bruce. However, he hasn't passed on his Silky feather trait. They've obviously got the Danver feather trait, which is the normal flat feathers. The other 3, the larger ones, are the Silkies. So these are the ones that I've been breeding the marshmallow colour on. And you can already see they aren't pure yellow. There's actually quite a bit of coloration in them. So again, this is the F2 line. And I've got no grown chicks of the F2 line yet. So I have no idea how any of them are going to turn out in terms of coloration. So we'll follow them through the season and find out what they're going to look like. Now this little Cleopatra one is absolutely gorgeous. If I can just grab it. Look at this little guy. I know. So cute. Now Barry actually had, sorry not Barry, Bruce actually had this eye patch, but you can see on this, look at these wing feathers. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I'm excited to see what this looks. Okay, I'm excited to see what that little guy ends up like. We will do a chick check as well. I have eggs in the incubator at the moment, and we're going to do our chick check with those eggs. So they should be hatching out in about 2 weeks' time, and then we'll do the chick check of 2018, where we follow chicks from hatch to maturity and see what they end up like. So we've got some mixed breeds, we've got some Jersey Giants, and we've got some cream leg bars in there, so that would be exciting. But for now, here's a little update on those 6 chicks. Lovely little things, and actually they have grown out of their little brooder, this brooder box, and I'm going to move them into the next size up. Isn't it nice when things go to plan? So if you remember last year, I was umming and ahhing about this Acer because it was planted in the garden. And I dug it up because it almost looked like it was going to die, and I was thinking about cutting it down completely and cutting it off at the bottom and growing out. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because it is a bit of a strange shape. So you can see it's just a long, tall, spindly tree, but moving it out of the border and popping it into a pot has just done it wonders. It's better cared for, it's not competing with any roots of other plants for the nutrients in the pot, and it's more sheltered as well. So because it's in a pot, when the weather's really bad, I can move it into a more sheltered spot, and it just seems to be thriving. You can actually see that this branch here, that was all growth last year. So it loved being in this spot so much that it has thrown out these 2 new shoots. So it's doing really, really well. So sometimes it is definitely worth just pulling a plant out of the ground instead of trying to make it sit where it is, even though it may be exactly where, you know, the rules of the plant say. So if it's a shady plant, it's in the shade, it's got moisture. Sometimes if it's just not happening, it's worth pulling it out, because this was given to me by Sard as a housewarming gift when we moved in. He bought me this Acer, so I really didn't want to lose it. And now you can see it's doing really well. Obviously it has died off a little bit, so I need to just prune these bits off once it's in full leaf. But I'm very happy to report it all seems to be growing very well. So those lovely little Tom Thumb lettuces that I did for Monday Magic, as you can see, have all started growing really, really well. So it's time to pop them on and prick them out and get them into individual little pots. So they've only actually been growing for about a week, but you can see how leggy they've already got. So I found my trusty dipper. My black nail is still there. And it's time to prick them out and put them on. So as always, move the soil from below, hold them by the leaf. Now you can prick them out when they are this small and they've just got that tiny amount of root. That's totally fine. And obviously I want to bury the stem a bit as well, because I don't want them being really, really leggy. I want them to be nice little seeds that just sit, and you can see that's how deep I go. So they are literally just sat on the surface. So instead of being that, they are now nice and tight like that. So I'm going to do the rest. This tray should hold 40 altogether, which should be more than enough. So what I will do is I'll probably pot up the others and sell them as young plug plants to customers. So today we're going to do a little bit of a prune on this Sedum herbsfruit, or fruit, however you say it. Now, these are the beautiful sedum, and you can actually see I haven't chopped the heads off yet. These are the heads that come up and are covered in that flat plate of hundreds of flowers, and the bees and the butterflies absolutely adore it. Now, bigger plants like this can get so heavy and so long that they flop. So a good thing to do in the spring when they're about this growth is to come in and chop them. Now, you might think that this is a radical solution, but actually if you chop them right back at this sort of time, so they've got a bit of growth on them, and you take off and you make them down to a small little clump, so you can see how much I'm taking off there. It means that the rest of the flowers continue to grow, so they'll sprout out and they'll continue to grow, but it will stay a lot more compact. So you won't have that thing where these flower stems all get super long and start flopping over. They will actually stay nice and compact and hold their shape, which is what you want in a border. Oh, there's a nice snail there, so I'll feed that to the chickens. But this is a quick tip for you, which I think was actually shared with me. I read it on a blog by Carol Klein. If you chop them too late, they won't flower. So just make sure you chop them around now. Just take off these first growing shoots. And now you can see that I've dramatically pruned it down, and that will now keep its shape for the year to come. I thought we would take a quick whistle-stop tour of my daffodils, because as you know I don't really like yellow daffodils, but I have lots of white and pastel ones instead. So these are the ones that I bought in January, just shoved them in this tin bath, and they've done exceedingly well. I'm not sure about this, not sure I like that, but it's better than a yellow one in my opinion. So we've got this little one there. Let's just pan around and go and find some more. So then I popped some into some borders as well. So this is another little one. Rather sweet, only a touch of yellow there. So that's rather a nice little sweet daffodil. And we've got some more here coming up. These are the white ones from a couple of years ago. As ever, I just adore these. I think they are just the most beautiful things. Multi-headed, so we've got one stem and 3 beautiful flowers there. So nice variety. And then along here we have this dinky little one. This is very sweet. Now it is yellow, but it's not vibrant yellow, it's pastel. Isn't that lovely? Again, another multi-headed stem, so 2 flowers on 1 stem there. Really nice, really like that little one. We've got some more whites down here again. These were white ones that I planted a couple of years ago, and then these were white ones that I've popped in pots. So this is the same variety, but they haven't yet come out because they were only planted in autumn. So whereas these ones have established themselves over the past couple of years, and they've now got these lovely flowers, these ones are yet to flower because they're still in the pots and establishing themselves. And then the final one, excuse the muddy patch down here, which is where the dogs run down to chase cats, like my cat Mano there. So the final one is this little one at the bottom. Again, a nice little white daff with a yellowish centre, which is not too bad. So that is a catch up on these little daffs in the garden. It's nice to see them bringing a bit of spring life to everything. So as you can see from the sky, it's a beautiful day, and you might wonder why there's a cage on top of the aviary. Well, there seems to be a hole somewhere, because if you look up here, you can see there's one zebrafinch boy up there, and there's another zebrafinch out here as well. So there's two zebrafinches. I have managed to catch one of them, and I popped him back into the aviary, and he's out again. So I have no idea, but these two zebrafinches have found how to escape. So I need to try and plug the holes. You can see, probably see both of them there. It's quite nice actually watching them jump around in the foliage. But of course they can't be out forever because they'll get eaten by creatures, and they'll attract sparrowhawks, of which we have many. But yeah, so the idea is when they get hungry, they'll hop and they'll go in here. There's hard with the silky. They'll hop and they'll go in here and I can catch them. That's worked so far with one, but let's see how hungry they remain. But yeah, so that's today, trying to catch zebrafinches. And so we are ending the week on this beautiful blue-skied Sunday. But actually, I want to say a huge thank you. So we are on week 52. So the Smallholding Diaries has been going for an entire year, sort of chronicling everything that's happened. And I wouldn't have been able to keep it going without you guys, because I honestly appreciate every single comment I get, all the feedback, all the likes, the subscribes, stuff, people coming over to the Brimwood Farm's community group on Facebook and having a chat there. Honestly, all of it is a huge motivator to me. And obviously there's also the money side of it as well. So the AdSense money I get is helping to build the dream at the farm. So for all of you viewers, all of you subscribers, thank you so much for continuing this journey with me on the channel. And I know a lot of you say to me that I inspire you to start sowing and planting and getting going, but you guys also inspire me because without you, none of this would have probably happened. I'm always driven by your comments and by your views to do more stuff. So without you, this certainly, I would have a garden, but it wouldn't be anywhere near what it is now. So thank you so much. I'm excited for the next year to come. 52 weeks Smallholding Diaries has been going, so I'm happy to say that there'll be another 52 weeks and many more years to come, hopefully. And of course, this is 2018. In 2019, we are hoping, obviously, to start the proper farm. So hopefully, it might not be within the next 52 weeks, but the ones after that, we will hopefully be up on the farm and we're getting all the big livestock and doing the house build. But again, thank you so much. Honestly, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week for week 53.